I was trying to run the battery down for y'all to see how many cuts I get out of it, but it's about to wear me out before the battery goes down. I'm going to pick up this big log and we're going to see how long it'll cut. Alright guys, that's 43 logs it cut right there. And this one here was a little unfair to even try because it's over 12 inches in diameter and the battery's running down. But if the battery was up, I could cut that and get it in two with this 10-inch blade. So that's 43 cuts on a full charge. Well, good morning guys, welcome back to Poorboys Little Homestead. As always, if this is your first time here, thanks for dropping in. Feel free to drop in anytime you feel, my friend. Guys, today we are demonstrating and doing a review on the, I'm going to pronounce this, AKEYDIY. Now, I don't know if I'm pronouncing that right, but it's spelt, this is the box it come in, AKEYDIY. That may be AKEYDIY, not sure. But this here is a 20 volt, 10-inch chainsaw. Now guys, that thing just really impressed me. Y'all seen me cut, that was 43 cuts from anything from 2.5 up to, I know some of them was 6 inches and a couple of them was a little over 6 inches in diameter. That's 43 cuts on one charge. Now yesterday when I got this out of the box, I put the battery on charge so I could start my video this morning. But I'm going to disassemble it and show y'all. Since I didn't assemble it for you, I'm going to show you, disassemble it and show you. But it comes with one 20 volt battery and the charger. When you plug it up, the charger's got flashing lights just like any other charger to show you what step the charger's in. As it starts getting close to charge, it'll change to 3 blinking, and then when it's charged, it'll stay green. The battery also has a power indicator. You can push the button and it lights up how many bars of battery you have on it, in case you need to check it before you grab your saw and take off somewhere and get there and your battery's down. You can check it before you leave. Again, this is a 20 volt, 10-inch cordless chainsaw. Comes with a little chain sheath, chain guard, whatever you want to call it. Got here on the top where you put your oil. If I remember right, it holds 4 ounces of oil in there. And I just cut 43 cuts on one battery, and this still looks like it's got about I didn't use but about 3/4 of that little tank of oil. So, you know, every time you charge your battery, you're going to top it back off with oil before you start again. Just like any chainsaw, it's got the bar stop here. Change the brake. Push it forward to break your chain. Pull it back to unlock it. On the front here, it just has plastic bump stops, which is all you need for a little saw like this. Now guys, before I continue on, when you purchase a saw like this saw is not intended to cut what I was just cutting. Yeah, you can occasionally do that with it, but this saw is something you would buy just to have on hand to run out to trim limbs, or maybe if you're a deer hunter, you can run it out to your deer stand and cut a few limbs and maybe some bigger little trees occasionally, but you ain't gonna buy this to cut wood every day with like I was just cutting. And again, when I rate and do reviews on products, I do my reviews honestly on the price of the product and put it in its range of what it is. I'm not gonna rate this saw against no gas chainsaw. Ain't no battery operated chainsaw gonna turn the RPMs that a gas chainsaw turns. There's a lot of people out there that give stuff bad reviews. They don't read the directions. They don't even know what they're getting to begin with. And I don't like that. But this here is a very good little chainsaw for its price. Now yes, there's other cordless chainsaws on the market that cost probably 2 to 3 times this price. And they may turn a little more RPMs and they may get a little more cuts out of the battery charge. That depends on what you want to spend on one and what your intentions is with it. But for the homeowner, I can't see them wearing this out just cutting limbs in their yard. But on the side here, it's got an unlock. You unlock it right here, and this is the next knob under the chain tensioner. You just unscrew it all the way. And when you've received this in the box, it comes just like that, assembled in the box. The chain's in a pack, the bar's in the sheath in a pack, and it tells you to assemble it. Now you see I done been cutting with mine. Every time I get through cutting with a saw, I take an air hose and I blow all that out. So right now I'm finna go take my air hose and blow it out, and then I'll come back and continue with y'all. Alright, I got all that blowed out. Now guys, if you will take the time every time you use your chainsaw, if you know you ain't gonna be using it in the next day or so, if you will take that off, it don't matter if it's a gas chainsaw, electric chainsaw, or cordless chainsaw. If you'll take your air hose and blow all that mess out, you won't never have no problem with your oiling. Your oil comes out right here in that little slide on this one. It's got an O-ring there, and this bar has a hole in it. That oil comes out of that tank, goes in this hole, and that's how it oils your chain. Keep it from burning up your chain or burning up your bar. And one thing I really liked about this saw when I took it out of the box, it's got a metal shaft and a metal gear right here. Now that works electric chainsaw y'all seen me bring out there. I have cut a lot of wood with it, way bigger wood than it needs to be cutting. Matter of fact, I cut a couple of trees down out here with it that took me a while, but they was about 18 inches in diameter. But I did it, because that's the only saw I had. And they got a plastic gear right here. But that must be some strong plastic, because I never figured they'd last that long. So anytime I see one that has metal gears on a metal shaft, that really impresses me, and especially for the price range this is in. But to put your chain on, you want to make sure it's in the right direction. Your sharp part of your teeth on the bottom is going to be coming around in a clockwise direction. Just set your chain over your gear right there. Make sure it's sitting down in the slide here where your bolt's sticking out. Stick your cover on. You gotta make sure it's lined up. Sometimes that may be a little tricky because you got different holes here you gotta line up on different chainsaws. There it is. I didn't have the back hole lined up. Then you tighten that down, but you don't snug your lock down until you tighten your chain. You want to tighten your chain. You can see right there, that's when you pull up on your bar. See how loose that chain is? You want to keep turning that tightener until it runs out there and gets that chain tight. Once you get your chain tight, then you tighten your wing nut down here. That's called the lock. And there you go. Now a new chain like this, and I was impressed with this chain. It must be a good quality chain, cause all that cutting I just done, when I come back around here, it didn't have no slack in it. Normally a new chain on any kind of chainsaw stretch when you first start cutting with them. So I was really impressed with that. But that's all it is to assembling the little fella. Got your trigger, but the trigger has a safety switch. You have to smash with your thumb right here. Pull the trigger. Again, this is the, however you pronounce that, AKEYDIY, 10-inch, 20 volt. And I don't know if I mentioned that's a lithium battery. The only thing I wish these battery operated tools would go on and have 2 batteries in it. That way you could have one charged and take with you in case you go somewhere where you ain't charging. Well, I'll probably end up purchasing me another battery for this little saw because I like this little saw. And guys, that's about all I know to tell y'all about the saw. I mean, casing's plastic, but just about everything you buy nowadays is, even the name brand stuff. But for what this is, guys, that's all a little homeowner needs. If you don't burn wood or nothing, you just need a little saw to have around just to saw limbs and this and that, or you hunting something want to take out, or I'm just saying hunting, whatever you do in the woods or away from home or campsite. Have a little saw like this to take camping with you. Cut you some little firewood to build you a campfire. This is all a man needs. Now again, like I said, I wouldn't purchase one of these to cut firewood, and I wouldn't even continue to cut wood like I was doing a while ago. I just done this to demonstrate the quality of this little saw and see how many cuts we could get before the battery went dead. A lot of reviews I see, they do stuff, but then they don't really put it through a test to let you see. They may cut a few things, but you don't know how many cuts. You don't know if they cut 3 cuts and the battery was down or what. Well, that's one of the most important things, is how much cutting can you do with it. You wouldn't want to buy one if you couldn't walk out in your yard and cut 2 limbs and the battery's dead. But these little battery operated tools with these lithium ion batteries has come a long way since battery operated tools come out. But guys, I hope you liked this little video. If you're interested in this little saw, there'll be a link in the description below where you can purchase it. There may be a discount code down there. I ain't sure at this time. I gotta check my email on that. But if you look down in the description below this video, there'll be a link where you can go to and you can purchase this little saw. Now in the future, what I plan on doing is an update video. It won't be on one tool at a time. I'm gonna have 4 or 5 whatever I done reviews on. Cause I got another little 4-inch battery operated chainsaw. If y'all ain't seen that video, I try to attach it above. But I'm gonna try to do an update video to let y'all know how pleased I am and how they still doing. Cause this here will get used a lot. I'll grab this. Matter of fact, I got a bush right over here. I don't know if y'all can see it behind me at the end of my house. It's gonna get trimmed. And when I go to my wife's shop, there's several bushes up there that got to be trimmed, and it's going to be a pretty good bit of cutting. But that's where these little things come in handy. But if you like these videos, if you haven't subscribed, please subscribe. Give me a thumbs up. And guys, please leave a comment and share my videos. That's the best way you can help me with my YouTube channel. It really means a lot when you take a moment just to leave some kind of comment and share my videos on your social media. And I appreciate it. And I hope y'all have a great day. God bless. See y'all next time.